Ever chatted with an AI and wondered how does it know what I'm talking about across multiple questions? Or how does it remember my weird shower thoughts and my weekend plans? It's not a trick. It is the model contacts protocol flexing. It is the silent structure that helps large language models like Chatgpt follow your conversation and respond in a way that feels natural and intelligent. In this video, we are going to break it down from what context actually means in AI to how this protocol powers memory coherence and smarter interactions. By the end of this video, you'll understand what makes these AI models tick and even how to optimize your own prompts for better responses. Let's unlock the secret sauce behind conversational AI. When we humans talk, we use context all the time. If I ask what's the capital, you would need to know what country I'm referring to. That background information is context. Language models work similarly. When you give a prompt, they don't just look at that line, they consider everything you have said before it. In that chat session, this full stretch of dialogue is called the context window. But here is the catch, there is a limit. Models can only handle a certain number of words or tokens at a time. And that's where the model context protocol comes in. It is a set of rules and structures that tells the model how to prioritize different parts of the conversation, what data to remember temporarily or permanently, how to compress, truncate, or summarize older information when space runs out. Without this protocol, the model would lose track of your chat after a few turns. Okay, so what exactly is the Model Context Protocol? In simple terms, it's a framework or instruction set that guides how an AI model processes multi turn conversations. Think of it like a backstage manager that tells the AI what is the user trying to do, what parts of the history are important, which memory slot should be updated, what past data can be safely forgotten. This protocol helps the model maintain coherence over long conversations, avoid repeating itself, and even improve over time. It's especially crucial when conversations get long. Users switch topics. You want the model to remember you or your preferences. So it's not just about storing data, it's about making sense of it and knowing when to use it. Let's talk a bit more technical. Every language model has a context window. This is like a memory tape where the entire conversation is laid out. But this tape has a limit measured in tokens, which are pieces of words. For example, GPT 3.5 had a 4096 token limit. GPT 4 can go up to 128,000 tokens, depending on the version. When your chat gets too long, the model uses strategies like truncation, summarization, and prioritization. Truncation chop off the oldest messages. Summarization will compress past chats into a summary. Prioritization will keep only important messages. The model context protocol decides what gets kept, compressed, or dropped. This makes sure the AI doesn't forget critical things too early or waste space on random small talk from 20 messages ago. Now, you might ask, is this the same as memory? Not quite. Memory is information stored across sessions like your name, preferences, or goals. Context is what the model sees in the current session, just the active data it's working with right now. So, while context is temporary and session based, memory is more long term and persistent. Model context protocol is the bridge between the two. It helps decide what from the current session should be saved to memory, what's just in the moment talk, how to reintroduce saved data into future chats. For example, it might help the model say, Hi Banisha, last time you said you are learning SQL. Want to continue? That feels personal thanks to the protocol guiding memory on context. So, why should you care about the model context protocol? Because it's what makes the AI feel less like a robot and more like a real assistant. Without it, conversations would reset every time. The model wouldn't get follow up questions. You'd have to repeat yourself constantly. With it, you can build complex chats across multiple turns. The AI becomes more helpful, context free, and intelligent. Developers can create better apps with AI that feels truly interactive. It's not just about memory, it's about maintaining a flow of conversation that feels real. You see model context protocols in action every day, even if you don't know it. Remembering past chats, like when your phone remembers your pizza order from last week so you can reorder in one tap. helping over multiple messages. Like when your customer care keeps track of your issue across messages, so you don't need to explain it every time. Tracking your learning progress, like a learning app that knows you finish session 3 in Python and starts you in lesson 4 automatically. Understanding your feelings over time, like a journal app or a friend who remembers how you felt last time and checks in you again. All of these rely on models' ability to handle context intelligently, and that's only possible because of this protocol. Why does context matter so much? Because without it, AI would treat every input like a blank slate. Imagine telling a story and the listener forgets what you said after every sentence. Context enables continuity, coherence, and personalization. Whether you're coding, chatting, or learning, model context turns disconnected replies into meaningful conversations. So, how does ChatGPT use model context protocols? It keeps a memory of recent exchanges. It uses embeddings to understand related ideas, and it smartly limits the amount of past content it loads. So, it's efficient and relevant. This is what makes it feel like you are talking to an AI that actually listens. Of course, with great context comes great responsibility. Privacy. How much should a model remember? Boundaries. When should memory be reset? Fairness. Are contextual decisions unbiased? These are critical questions researchers are actively working on. Understanding context is powerful, but it has to be handled with care. To wrap up, model context protocols are the invisible threads that make modern AI more intelligent, more helpful, and more human like. They are how models follow your thoughts, understand your goals, and grow with you.